Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's video I actually wanted to do like a dewy skin kind of fresh minimal makeup that you can kind of wear on the go from day to day, whether that be work or whatever you may be doing. That's not too much, but it does look nice and fresh and glowy on the skin. So if you guys want to see what products I use and how I achieved this look, just keep on watching. Before I start, I just want to let you guys know that I actually already filmed this video yesterday, but when I went to go edit it last night, I realized that the microphone was kind of interfering with something that was going on with one of my tech things in the room, and all you could hear is like this scratchy noise, so I had to delete the whole thing, and I'm starting over today. But the only thing is yesterday there was actually like a lot of it was first impression on some of these Hourglass products, as well as like a Fenty Beauty highlighter. So that kind of sucks that it's not a first impression anymore, because I already know what everything like applies like, or what I like, or if I don't like anything. This one, I guess we're just gonna do like a dewy skin, kind of like a dewy glowy look for like everyday wear. So I guess let's get started. Okay, so the very first thing that I am going to use as foundation is this one by L'Oreal, and this is the Infallible Pro Glow foundation, and I actually picked this up in a shade that was a little bit too dark for me. So what is this shade? I got this in 202 Creamy Natural, but I guess if there's such thing as a 201, I should have got that one, but I think that it wasn't in at the time, so I was like, oh, this looks okay. So, I mean, like, I can get away with it. It's not too bad, but if I could pick, I would probably prefer the other one. I'm just gonna put some of this on my Morphe Y7 brush, and I am just gonna start applying it all over my face. So this is the foundation applied. As you can kind of see, well, actually I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it does kind of give like a soft, dewy, kind of like brightening finish, although I do wish that it was like that one shade lighter than this one, but I mean, this one's going to have to do. It's not that much in the difference, it's just I'm used to more of like a lighter finish on my skin, just where I am kind of fair. Concealer, I'm going to be using Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I really like this concealer. I like how it's not too heavy or cakey, and that it kind of just applies really nicely, like a nice thin but coverage layer, and it conceals like my dark circles nicely. Just gonna blend that out with my Real Technique sponge. I find concealers blend so much more easier with a sponge. I don't always wet it beforehand, because I find if it's too wet, like some people will put it under the tap and kind of wet it that way, like every time that they go and want to blend something out. But I find that if it's too wet, it'll actually start to like lift off some of the product that I just put down. So I find like if you use it a couple times, it will soak in some like foundation or some previously put on concealer, so it is like kind of damp in its own way, like with its own product. And I don't wash it every day. I'll probably wash this like maybe once a week or something like that. So if you give it time to kind of soak up its own product in between washings, it will remain kind of like a dampness. I'm not really going to do the whole baking thing like I normally do in most of my other videos, because we are going for like a dewy, more glowy skin finish look. I am going to be using one of the products that was supposed to be new in this video. This is actually one of the Hourglass powders. So the one that I got is actually in Dim Light. So this is how it looks here. I guess it's one of like the less shimmery ones, because people like to use this as a setting powder. It's really nice. It comes with like a really large mirror up here. The only thing is that if I were ever to go and repurchase another one of these, it probably would be one that's a tiny little bit more reflective and a little bit more shimmery, as this one almost kind of gives off like a very, very, very subtle luminosity. But I mean, it's good if you want to set some of your face, especially like the under eyes with, so I would definitely keep both. But so far, like when I used this for the first time yesterday, it was so nice. Like I have never used anything by Hourglass besides their Vanish Stick foundation, and I have to say, like, I really, really like their products. You do pay like an arm and a leg for them, but I've had these kind of like building up like before Christmas, and I was dying like so bad to use these products before Christmas for like Christmas and New Year's parties, but I really wanted to wait for that first impression video. And of course, when I go to film it, everything kind of goes to crap. So I was not really impressed about that. Once I kind of just set under my eyes with that powder, I am going to go and put a little bit all over my face. So for this one, I'm using a Morphe R1 brush. And actually the brush that I was using for my under eye, I never really mentioned, but this is the Real Techniques contour brush. I find it's like a perfect little brush size just to kind of get under your eyes and kind of set some powder there. So I'm just going to kind of swirl this around and just apply like a nice layer of it all over my face just to add like a very, very, very subtle glow. If anyone else tried these powders, like tell me which one is your favorite. I actually wanted to buy like the little pan where there's like the 3 colors in there, or the 3 different kind of powders, but every time I went to go buy it, it was sold out. So I'm stuck with this single one, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna end up using all of it because I really do like it. Now I'm gonna go in with their bronzer, and I was really excited to use this bronzer for the first time. I have never used, like I said, anything from Hourglass besides yesterday's video, and I wasn't sure what to expect for the powders or the bronzer, but this bronzer is so nice. And again, it comes with the same size mirror, and it's actually like marbled with some of their face powders. Just gonna kind of dip in with my normal Sigma Small Contour F05 brush, and I think I'm just going to do where I normally do bronzer, like just in, like I'm not gonna really contour that much with it. I'm just gonna kind of give myself kind of like a subtle bit of color, I guess. And I realized with this stuff is that you can really build it up. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, but you can really build this product up. Oh, I don't even know if I told you guys what the color is. So I picked up Luminous Bronze Light. So that's this one here. I noticed on their, like on the Sephora website, that there were 2 different shades that you could get for like lighter skin tones, and this was one of them, and there was another one, so I would like to try that one as well, as they both looked kind of different colors, so I would like to try that one too. And I don't know if you can notice in camera, but it does give like a really nice glow to the skin. Like I think you can kind of see here, I've never applied anything else besides the foundation, the concealer, the overall powder, and the bronzer. So you can kind of really see, like it almost looks like a little subtle highlight. It looks really pretty. I really like that bronzer. I think I will continue using it for sure, and I would like to pick up a different color. Any of that ever happened to your earrings? Like makeup gets all over my earrings. Actually, before I do blush, I'm just gonna throw on some eyebrows. So instead of boring you guys watching me do my brows, if you want to see a more detailed way of me doing my brows, you can watch pretty much any other one of my videos. I kind of like show it a little more in what I'm doing, but for now I'm just going to do them really quickly off camera. And for that, I'm using the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. So I will be using my regular Quo liner brow brush from Shoppers. So it looks just like that. So I will be back when my brows are done. So I threw some brows on. They definitely could be a little better, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to throw some on off camera. So this is as good as it's gonna get today, but like I said, if you want to see more detail, just kind of look back at some of my other videos and you will see me explaining a little bit more of what I do and how I do my brows. So now I'm going to go in with blush, and this is also a new product from Hourglass, and this is their ambient lighting blush in the color Luminous Flush. This is the color there, and this one is again laced with one of their face powders, so I really, really, really like that. I think it'll just add some more glow like to the cheeks. I'm going to be going in with my Sigma powder blush brush F10, so nothing new. This is the same one I use all the time. And I'm just going to dust into this. And what I noticed with the blush is be a little bit light-handed because it is really pigmented. It's a good thing, but just know that less is more and you don't need a whole lot for the color to show up. That right there gave me like a nice flush of color. I don't want to add any more because I tend to go overboard on blush. So we're going to leave it at that. I really, really, really like the blush. I would be interested in trying more shades by them. I think they're really nice. They're really high-end. The pigmentation is there. The formula is there. The technique of how they make the formula is there. So I really, really, really love all 3 Hourglass products that I have tried. I think I'm going to do eyes, and I was kind of researching about when this product was gonna stop being sold. It's actually a Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadow, and this one was actually part of the Colourpop X Delilah collection. So this was in the shade Cherish. So this is how it looks there, and I don't think I'm gonna get my video up in time where it is being sold until. So today is the 10th, and I think I will have my video up by tomorrow. So I think tomorrow is the last day for it. So when you're watching this video, very well could be the last day that this is sold. But I noticed that there are similar color shades. Like, I know every shade is different when people do like collabs with Colourpop in like their colors, but I mean, you can find a shade that has the same kind of glittery effect. It just won't be exactly the same shade, but you can find ones similar to this on their website. I've already have been looking. You definitely could find a substitute for this on their site if this is sold out at the time that you see this video. I really, really love this shade. Like, I really love this glitter formula that they have. So when I was working at the jewelry store all Christmas, everybody, and I mean everybody, would ask like what's on my eyes. So people would ask if it was actually Kitten Karma by Stila, and the shade is so similar. So this is the one by Colourpop, and Stila is this one here. So they're both like this taupey brown color, and I actually think that this works better than the Stila one, like by far. It stays on all day, literally until I wash it off with like a makeup wipe when I come home, and people really, really love it. It was great for the holidays, but I think it's like really nice if you just want to throw something like quick on your eyes. It looks nice and wet and refreshing, especially if you got this in like maybe like a lighter color, like a more lighter brown or a lighter taupe, or even something that was like kind of had like pinky shades going through it. I will definitely be picking more of these up, but I did get this one part of the Delilah collection that was sold at Colourpop, and I did a whole video on the review of this stuff. So if you'd like to see that, I will link everything down below, and I did a whole look with it, trying everything out, and it turned out pretty good, I think. I technically should have done this before I put on that eyeshadow, but I'm going to go back in with the Hourglass bronzer, and I am just going to put some of this color almost as like a transition shade into my crease. Some of the Colourpop stuff is probably going to rub off because I'm doing this, but I can go back in and fix a little bit. I'm kind of wearing this look a lot lately, and I'm just taking some bronzer and putting it on my lower lash line. In my video yesterday, I was actually trying out the little mini version of a mascara by Benefit. So this one is their real mascara. I'm gonna just kind of put it on today just so you guys can kind of see how it applies. The only thing is that it makes my lashes look very like spidery, especially like for mascara. I like to apply a couple of coats. So I found with this stuff, if you apply like too many coats, it really separates your lashes. I mean, it's kind of good if you really like that kind of thing, but I like more volume where they're kind of like together more rather than spaced out. I don't think I like it enough for me to actually go buy it over my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot mascara that I can literally get for like $9 at Walmart. You can kind of see, if I like kind of come up close, how it's kind of separating them. So I'm not really a fan of that. So actually I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline trusty mascara, and I'm just gonna try to bring those a little bit closer together. Yeah, so you can kind of see they do look a little bit spidery and clumpy, but whatever. we tried it and now I know and you guys know. So I'm just gonna apply my regular mascara on my bottom lash. So now it is time for one of my favorite products that I've tried, and it was so hard trying to wait to try this product not over New Year's, because I was dying to try it for like Christmas and New Year's. And this is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats All Over Diamond Veil Highlighter. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's super nice, it's super cute. And when I open it, there is another massive mirror there, and the product looks like this. When I applied this for the first time, I was so shocked. I was shocked at how glossy and like wet and smooth everything just kind of glided on. And this is the Sigma High Cheek Highlighter F03 brush, and I'm literally just going to swirl a little bit into that. I'm gonna apply it where I normally apply my regular highlighters. And you could probably use this every day too. Just keep in mind that it is made up of tiny little specks of glitter rather than like a foil sheen or something like that. So there will be like little tiny glitter specks, but I mean, it's so pretty. It goes on and it almost looks like it's wet, but it gives such like a subtle but not subtle, I don't even know how to explain it. It's definitely not subtle. I don't even know. It's just its own thing all together. Like, this is stunning for like the holidays. I think this would be beautiful in the summertime as well. I love this one to add to the glowiness and the sheen, because as you can see, it just kind of, I don't know if you can see on camera, it's always really hard to see highlighter and I have no idea why. Must be my lighting. But you can kind of, if I come up close, you can kind of like see a little bit like the sheen that it kind of gives. It's so pretty. I really love this. So we have one more product that was a new product, and this one is actually by Bite Beauty. So this is one of their matte cream lip crayons, and this is like the mini version. You can get like the bigger versions, or you can get selective shades in the mini version, and this one is actually in the shade, it's either Glace or Glace. I can't tell if like the E has like an accent on it, so we're just gonna go with Glace. But if you look, it's gonna be like this nice cool toned color that looks like this. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my lips. This is how the lipstick looks. I think it looks really good. I think it's nice to kind of pair this with like a more glowy finish, like minimum makeup kind of thing for every day. I find this color is beautiful for the winter time. You could also wear it in the summer as well, but I think it looks really nice. I really like this. I would love to get like the larger size because I know I'm going to be using it all the time. Alright guys, so I guess this is the finished look. You could definitely end this look with some setting spray. I think the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist would look so nice on with this kind of look, but I do not have that product. It's definitely on my list of things to get from Sephora, so I think if you have something like that, it would look super nice. I do have some of the MAC Fixed Gold Light Fix Plus, but I'm not even going to bother putting some on because I think it'll look a little too glittery with the highlighter. So I think if you got like the Dewy Skin Mist, that would pair perfectly with this. So that's just like a little suggestion of what you could wear. So all the products that I used will be listed below, so you guys can check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for coming to visit my channel. If you want to see more by me, just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked this video, and I guess I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!